90 people just to, could you just please walk away from them? I mean, that was fantastic, happy accident, that one.
What was the balloon again?
I really like that end shot. You know, the one with the cup and the flags and the cup. It's such a powerful shot to end it on, because when you see the scene and all it is the people's feet walking past the flag in the beggar's cup, it's just synonymous to the way that people look at that situation.
That shot of the cup and the flag, the main idea was of it is the forgotten. People forget the homeless, walk by them every day. This is a resemblance of I put the Palestinian flag in the cup to present that the Palestinians as well forgotten, like the homeless. People hear about them every day in the news, and they don't know, they don't care, or they care but they don't know about it. The same, you walk by the homeless person, you say, yeah, you find an excuse why they're homeless. So I find them putting the cup and the flag kind of joins and unites the homeless and the Palestinians.
For in spite of a UN resolution stating that refugees wishing to go back to their homes should be permitted to do so, Israel had no intention of allowing Arabs to return to land it had conquered. But they still hold the key to the house they owned and the deeds to their land, determined that the new generation will not give up hope of return, and is forcing some Israelis to question the very basis of Zionism, to ask whether this land really is promised only to them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make people, to highlight the Palestinian issue, and I'm trying to use problems that exist in the UK, like homelessness in the UK, and try, because people understand that, and I'm trying to kind of connect them together. And I don't want to say blame anyone, but at the end of the day, I'm a filmmaker, I have to make films. I thought it was a nice story, and I'm an Arab, so Arab people have that Palestinian problem.
Yes, I think, unfortunately, yes, here, most of the people are not really concerned about the conflict there in Palestine.
It took a passion for something that you really felt strongly about. There's a war going on, nobody cares.
We're a group of Jewish people who live in Scotland, and we are very much against Israel's actions, and we feel it's really important that as people who are Jewish that we speak out and let the world know that they can't take as an assumption the fact that every Jewish person supports Israel, because there are lots and lots of us.
You know, the way that it was portrayed in the news was, it's over there, it doesn't really affect us. And this is the sort of difference between the way that the media and, say, Al Jazeera will talk about something going on over there. But over here you hear one part of a catalogue of events that raise a problem. And we jump in at one part. And depending upon what part you hear about, influences your viewpoint, and it's never the true story.
But I remember, like, me and my son going out, when Israel attacked Lebanon in 2006, a lot of Lebanese people were dying. And me and Sean ended up going up to Princes Street and standing with those people, like Solidarity and Stop the War. And I was standing there one day, holding a flag in my hand. I said, I'm a filmmaker. I mean, it's more powerful to hold the camera in your hand.
Yes, I mean, in that region, I could say yes, in that region, I think they're more aware of the situation, really, what's really going on, if you compare them with the Western, audience. And we do need these raising awareness things, and I think this film again is in that direction, working, to raise awareness, what's really happening there.
In Gaza we have 8 Palestinian refugee camps, and so we all mix together in Gaza. We live together. My neighbors, they are refugees, and all the people I worked with, I know, and the people I studied with in a school, and everywhere you go, they are together, and you hear the stories every day in your life, and you listen to them. And also my parents' experience as well at that time, what really happens as we affected.
I don't think the Western media portray both sides well. I think, I'm not sure if it's deliberate or not. I think just because the way it's set up, the Western media is about selling the news. It's not about telling the news only. Basically, if they know this story will bring audiences, they would use it. And to go back in history too much every time and explain what happened to the Palestinian people, probably it's impractical. So what happens is just tell you the headlines, and they don't go far back enough to explain what the headlines are about. And it's the way the news is, and it's up to the people themselves to go educate themselves, understand the issues, and most people don't. They just accept. Since
you're born, we raised to learn our history, and I think it's normal, and it's a kind, I don't know if it is, you call it duty of the elderly people all the time to keep telling these stories and and the history, so the younger generation always keep it and know what to do and what really happened and how is our land is being taken away from us.
It has affected America, Britain, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, even India. Every single country, I mean, has been affected and are being affected by this conflict. It's quite an important thing. And I didn't want to make a film that goes and says this is a bad person, this is a good person. I wanted to make a film that connects feelings and people together from all over the place. Common things between common problems. Other than if you could just go out and say a historical thing, or a Palestinian killed an Israeli, or Israeli killed a Palestinian, I think people fed up with looking at this stuff. So I just wanted to do something. There's no killings in it, no blame in it. Although there's a beginning, the documentary at the beginning a bit, but it's part of the film. But I didn't make that.
It is also undeniable that the Palestinian people, Muslims and Christians, has suffered in pursuit of a homeland. For more than 60 years, they've endured the pain of dislocation. Many wait in refugee camps in the West Bank, Gaza, and neighboring lands for a life of peace and security that they have never been able to lead. They endure the daily humiliations, large and small, that come with occupation. So let there be no doubt, the situation for the Palestinian people is intolerable, and America will not turn our backs on the legitimate Palestinian aspiration for dignity, opportunity, and a state of their own.
It looks like Barack Obama interested to do kind of solutions, but unfortunately he can't face the Israeli lobby in America and the power of Israel. As we know before, he used to say peace negotiations should continue on the basis of stopping the settlement buildings, and now they retreat back from these positions, and now they're trying to find a kind of middle solutions, and I'm afraid in the future they will retreat back again from Israeli pressures. I think in the interest of America now and interest of the world and the whole is to find a solution for this problem and to establish the peace in the Middle East.